only discovered in 1997, I think. It's from Brazil. It doesn't like... Hello everyone! Last week was the ICPS conference in Schönbrunn in Austria, in Vienna actually, and I couldn't go, but a friend of mine went and he brought us a bunch of plants. So today I'd just like to show you what he brought. We'll go over them and then we'll plant everything. Okay, so this is our little haul. Where should we start? Let's start with the Sarracenias. So this nice big one. This is very obviously Sarracenia flava, viridescens, suspicious. So this is a flava that is anthocyanin free, so without any red pigments at all. I have another flava, Flava maxima, that also looks similar, but it does have a red pigment on it. Actually, I can show you. So this is my first flava. It looks really similar to that other one, doesn't it? I grew this one from seed ages ago, must be like 15 years ago or something. Pretty big plant, very nice plant, but if you look closely, wherever it's damaged, there is a little bit of red. Let's see, somewhere on the stalk or somewhere. Yeah, here for example. Wherever there are damages, this is like from insects that it traps and then they bite it or sting it or something, you see the red. This is the anthocyanins. This is the red pigments. If you wouldn't see them on the roots, you would see them on the rhizome. So whenever you see pigments like this, then it's not an anthocyanin free plant, so, or a viridescens plant or something. It's just pretty green, but it still does produce pigments. Okay, let's continue. So then here we have two more flavas, and they are lidless ones. So let's see this little guy. Little tiny cute little guy. See, he's lidless. He doesn't have this big cap. This thing, he doesn't have it. It's a seedling. And this is Flava rubricorpora claret self, so it's a seedling from this plant. So it might not be exactly like claret, but it will be definitely very similar. It will have a nice red tube and it will be lidless. The other one, also lidless, also a flava. This one is Flava varornata. So again, it will be very similar to the mother plant, but it won't be exactly the same. So this brings it together with the one that I have to 3 lidless forms of flava that I have now. Flava has the most lidless forms. There is one really nice one in Leucophila called Bris. I would love to get that. A little bit out of my reach for now, but you never know, maybe sometime in the future. Anyways, we have two more Sarracenias. This one I still need to plant. This is a snake, if you can see. So my friend Simon, shout out again to you, Simon, like you're really a good friend for doing this for me. I mean, this is like just totally amazing. Yeah, anyways, so this guy, he asked me, can you guess what is in this hybrid? Who are the parents? And I go, okay, Minor for sure, Psittacina definitely, Leucophila, yeah, and then the fourth, I wouldn't guess. I said rubra, but it's not rubra. Can you guess? I'll count to 3 and think of something. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what did you think of? Did you say flava? If you did, you're right. So then he told me, and I just wrote it down immediately because I would forget. So this is a hybrid of 2 hybrids. So one parent is Leucophila and Minor ocephenocensis. And this side is Flava ornata and Psittacina. Definitely really a nice plant. I mean, just look at this color. It's amazing. And this profile. really amazing plant. Okay, and then the last one, you'll see this mark a lot. Like this is from Di Flora. This is like from one Italian producer. They grow all their plants through tissue culture. So what you get from them is like this type of plants. See here, we'll come to these later. The plants you get from them are very numerous, but they are small. So for me, for Simon, also, we prefer a lot of plants, even if they are smaller, because all plants, they will grow, and like in a few years, this will be a bunch of really big plants. So you can go for something that's big when you buy it, and you pay like twice as much or something than for something that's small and clumpy, and you just wait a little bit and you have a lot of big ones. Obviously this won't be so big because let's see, this is Sarracenia purpurea Smurf. So Smurf, yeah, this lid grows like up, like into a point, like a Smurf's hat. Some people like this guy, some people don't like this guy. For me, he's weird, and that's why I like him. So very cool. Also, yeah, this might be a little bit funny. When Simon went, he said, like, do you have a wish list? And I need your grow list. So obviously he doesn't bring me something that I already have, and that he brings me something that I would maybe like. So I just wrote to him, like, in general, like what sorts of groups I would be interested in, and then just like surprise me. And he really did surprise me. I mean, this is just amazing. Okay, let's go further. Let's do Droseras, Sandius. So he got me Graumogolensis. Let's see. This is one really beautiful. Let me see if I can get a closer shot. Beautiful South American sundew. It was only discovered in 1997, I think. It's from Brazil, like a little bit more in the uplands. It doesn't like too hot temperatures, but out of the South American sundews, it's supposed to be like one of the easiest and most adaptable ones. I read that even if it's hotter, as long as the nights cool down, that it should do fine. So let's see. On the other hand, I have Drosera ascendens now under the same conditions that this guy will go for like 2 years or 3 years, and it's still alive, surprisingly. Yeah, at some point I might put them in a terrarium or something, but for now I think just in the greenhouse, because for terrarium, long story short, I don't have good lights enough, lights that would be good enough yet, so I need to just buy lights, and then we'll see what we'll do. Okay, Graumogolensis. This guy will go in a very tall pot when we plant him into this one, the one that like I use for Dioneas usually. How is this focusing? Okay, it might look like a pot that is like too huge, but actually this thing has really long tap roots, really long ones, and one of the easiest ways how to hurt this guy is to put him in a pot that's too low, and water him like in trays, because like the roots will just curl up in the bottom, and it won't be a good thing. Yeah, as far as the substrate, we'll come to the substrate later and everything. Okay, let's just do this. So then here, this little guy here, this is Drosera eloisiana, misspelled a little bit here. I have it written here as it should be. Eloisiana, this used to be known as Drosera bellesiana. It's a hybrid between intermedia and redundifolia, and I still need to write this. It's the giant form, so the American form, I believe. Yeah, okay. Again, we'll talk about the substrate a bit later. And what else we have? We have Drosera slaki, South African one, really beautiful red plant. The sun is just behind me right now, So maybe shining a bit. I don't know how much you can see this. Let's try to get in closer. Yeah, you see, like this. You see there is no dew on these guys because the roseras, they don't like to travel. They will need a while, so they get a little bit used to the conditions. And these guys I don't need to plant today, absolutely. This one needs a taller pot. These guys don't have a pot, and they are the most problematic, the most like susceptible to like anything to happen to them. So yeah. Anyways, let's go forward. From the flora, from Italy, we have some sundews. Not sundews, sorry, Venus flytraps. So we have crocodile. How should we do this? Okay, crocodile. What's so special about crocodile? Need to figure out how to focus this thing here. Okay. So you see, crocodile has the petiole just continues into the trap, and the trap is just like sort of connected at the back. This is what sets this guy apart. Similar to corrigans. I don't know right now from the top of my head, but I think there's like some similar genetics, some family resemblance here. Not sure, probably. Let's do another one that's like more of the normal ones. This is Beelzebub. If we go in a bit closer, we will see what's so special about this guy. Ooh, the sun. Okay, this guy, the teeth that he has, they are irregular. Some teeth are big, some teeth are small. Here, yes, you can see here exactly, this guy. Okay. Next one. Korean melody shark. Okay, this was one really nice surprise. This is one variety that I really wished for. Really pretty plant, upright, nice color. Yeah, so Korean melody shark. Then we have two weirdos, big weirdos. We have Spider-Man. You see, these traps, they are no longer functioning. They are a little bit, but they can't trap, they can't catch. So immediately a lot of people will ask, oh, but won't it starve to death? And I always say, it's a plant. It does photosynthesis. The nutrients, they're just a bit extras. So lately there's a bunch of varieties of sundews, not sundews, Venus flytraps. Like, this sun is really affecting me. A bunch of Venus flytraps that just have non-functioning traps. But the thing with Venus flytraps is that not all traps are equal. They might have one or two like functioning ones at some part of the year, so they will figure out to catch something, or even if they don't, they will just grow really slow. That's the whole trick. Like, it won't die because it can't catch something right now. And the last Venus flytrap, master of disaster. This guy, maybe I can go like this. Hope you can see. Let's see. You see this trap here. With these guys, this is like on the way to pom-poms. It has mutated traps. So it has like one trap, and it has a bunch of like sort of developed, undeveloped, functioning, unfunctioning traps coming out of it. And you see how much variety there is. This has like one on each side. You will find some that have normal traps or almost normal, but basically it's just weird. It's like Siamese traps or something. Yeah. Very, very pretty plant. And again, because it's from tissue culture, there is a lot of plants in here. So when I do come to planting this in the bigger pots, I will just put them all separately so they can develop, like each one can develop nicely. Okay. These were the Venus flytraps. So let's go to Pinguiculas. Here we have one from Plantae, the guy from Slovakia. If you remember in a previous video when I got like a bunch of Mexican species from him, so this is also from him. Hirtiflora frost resistant clone, it will be in the greenhouse in any case. Very nice plant. So I will need to transplant all of them like in the same pot so they just fit together, but for now these guys are just fine. And you see this is an adult plant, it even flowered this year. Next one, this is from Giardino Carnivoro. This is Pinguicula longifolia, subspecies longifolia, hybridized with Pinguicula poldini. Poldini is also like one recently described species from Italy, from the Alps. There is one locality for it actually 50 kilometers from the Slovenian border. I would really like to go visit that to see how they grow in the wild. In Slovenia we have two species of temperate Pinguiculas that are native. We have Pinguicula alpina and we have Pinguicula vulgaris. Vulgaris, funny enough, it means like ordinary one, but it's far rarer than alpina. Anyways, yeah, the closest like next species would be Poldini. So this is a hybrid of longifolia and Poldini. Third one, this is Pinguicula corsica, hybridized with grandiflora. Grandiflora, you know the Macroceros I have. Macroceros is like the Pacific, let's say, version of grandiflora. This is also an adult plant. It flowered. There might potentially even be some seeds still in here. I don't know, we'll see. But more interesting is what we have right here. You see there's a bunch of plantlets around here. So you might also remember from another video from before that these temperate Pinguiculas, they survive the winter as a hibernaculum. And they produce a lot of gemi, so tiny little hibernacula, winter buds, or like these buds from the leaf axils actually is how they are formed, around the main one. And like they vegetatively propagate in this way. Best way is just to remove them like when they develop and sort of like naturally fall off, and that's also the state where it's like the easiest to send them by post. So if you're ordering temperate Pinguiculas by post, order them in winter because you will get hibernacula, gemi, whatever you want to call them. The easiest way, the least prone to damage or anything. So these guys, anyways, when I plant this, I can just gently remove them and just plant them around so they develop better and like more plants can prepare for winter later. So 3 temperate ones and then we come to the Mexicans. Maybe let's do this spot now. Cute tiny little guy. Let me put here so maybe I can focus on him. This guy is Moronensis, variety Orchideoides. It has like a flower that looks like, resembles an orchid. Cute little guy, isn't he? He's so cute. Next one, again from Giardino Carnivoro, also Moronensis, pure white flower, San Cristobal, Mexico. Third one, here Pinguicula macrophylla, very beautiful plant. I was looking at this a lot. It's smaller than Gigantea, but it has huge leaves. Very pretty plant. And fourth one here, cute little guy. Again, it's Moronensis. This time variety Neovolcanica. There's a lot of Moronensises because this species has the largest range. And since in general carnivorous plants, they are really localized, pinguiculas also, of course, so the local populations, they might reproduce vegetatively, maybe by seed, but in any case they don't travel long distances. Even the pollen doesn't travel long distances with pollinators, of course. So you have, with all the species that have large areas where they live, you just have little tiny pockets of the actual habitats that are suitable, and on those little habitats you get plants that are sort of developing in their own way. So you have speciation, like you see it in the process, like process of new species forming. The first differences that would be visible to us would be possibly something that we would describe as a variety. Varieties, this is the lowest level of like taxonomical classification. They can interbreed if they have a chance. Subspecies also, but would be a little bit on a higher level. Once you get to species, some can still interbreed, some can't. And once you come to like genuses or even infragenuses, a lot of times they can't interbreed anymore. Just quick jump somewhere. Anyways, a lot of Moranenses. These guys might look similar. These are all Moranenses, or might look different, whatever. When they will be developed, they will have very different flowers and they will be quite different plants. They are already they are small, and when they are small, like yes, you show I can magnify them, but still, you know, you can't. They can't show everything that their genetics allows for or gives them or something. Okay, last pot, so we don't make this video too long. We have Pinguicula martinezi, white flower from Mexico. We have Pinguicula debertiana crossed with Moctezumae. Moctezumae we have, debertiana we don't have in the collection. Then we have Pinguicula gypsicola and hemiepiphytica. We have both of the parent species. We have Pinguicula aphroditae. This is also like one quite popular cross, something new also. Probably Moctezumae also in here somewhere. Then we have Pinguicula parvifolia. Nice, 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 nice. You see, it even has little petioles on the leaves. We have Pinguicula, also from Plantae, Pinguicula marciano. So this is Medusina and Weser, cross of those two. We have Pinguicula calderoniae, another one of these like long-lived Mexican ones. And we have Pinguicula debertiana. This is a really pretty plant. This is one of the parents of this guy. You can see it gives like this hedgehoggy appearance to this one, and from the other parent like the longer leaves. Let's look for a second at the Bertiana. I just noticed this. You have the roots, like it's a really humid atmosphere when they do these roots like all over like hairs, but you have these lower leaves down. These are still last year's summer leaves. Then this is the winter rosette. And the smaller ones here, they are starting to wake up. So these are this year's carnivorous leaves. So you have three types of leaves, and it's really interesting. You have last year's summer leaves, this year's summer leaves, and this year's winter leaves. This one I might pull out a few leaves just to try to do some pullings. There's some that also fell apart here. Yeah, okay. Very, very interesting. Okay, so this is an introduction to all the plants. Now we need to plant them. Actually, coming to think of it, just look, there's a lot of footage of this. I might even just make this one separate video, and then the rest like in another one. Not sure right now. In any case, let's just make an outro. First of all, thank you again for watching. If you enjoy this sort of content, please consider liking and subscribing. Enjoy your plants, and see you in the next one.